very short-handed today. What makes them so dangerous, though?
What?
They're short-handed today, but what makes them so dangerous today?
Well, they're the defending champs, and they have that pedigree. You know, they're still really, really good and well coached, and you know, that doesn't. Everybody in this league goes through times where you're shorthanded, but that doesn't change your culture or who you are as a team, or you know, they're used to winning, and every time they put on their uniform, they're not hoping to win, they're executing to win. So I'm not thinking too much about that at all. You know, Sabrina and JJ, I mean, they're still, and then they got Miesemann. You know, they have 8, but it's a good 8.
Hey, Coach. Half of Cam's minutes have come as the lone big on the floor since she's come back. What have you seen out of those lines? I understand a lot of that's just with the bench, and she is the lone big off the bench, but what have you seen out of those lineups, and how would you like to see them adapt with Cam alongside another big?
Like, do I want to see Cam play with another big?
Either that or just the adaptation that they can kind of evolve together coming down the stretch of the season with her alongside either Vieira at times
Sure.
or Azar.
Yeah, well, I think Cam brings, you know, what I love in a roster is having diversity in terms of like, you know, different players bring different things, and I think Cam is super athletic and long, and we all know her shot blocking, but you know, one of the benefits of rehabbing a knee is you get to do a lot of stationary shooting, so you can she's done a lot of that, and you can see the confidence in her outside shot. So yeah, I think, you know, as she continues to get more minutes, when the minutes restriction continues to be, she's still on it. But yeah, I mean, I think with her and Derek and Azrae, all 3 of them are very different, and that's what I like, is that versatility. So how would it, you know, I think with her and Rakia at the 4, I think that gives us a really fast lineup with 5 people that can really shoot it. And so just, I think for the opposing team, that's hard. Like when it's a different look when you have a different group out there. But, you know, Cam's she's obviously a huge part of this season and our future, and I can't wait to integrate her more and more and more.
Laura?
Beyond Azrae's health and availability, what else do you think has contributed to her having career highs across the board?
Azrae?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you know, if she is not the top vote getter for most improved, something's wrong, right? And I think when you talk about most improved, a lot of times players will change rosters, and so it's a different opportunity, right? And so if you go from, you know, you're coming off the bench and then you go to another team and now you're starting, that doesn't necessarily show improvement. That just shows bigger opportunity, right? And so Azrae's been here, and her numbers from last year to this year are drastically improved. There's no comparison from her effective field goal percentage, her true shooting percentage, 3-point shooting, rebounds, everything is significantly statistically up. And what contributes to that, I think, you know, she's healthy, obviously, but she's improved. And she's put the work in. And she had a great season at Unrivaled. And she came in here, you know, ready to roll. And she's completely bought in to what we're doing. I think the system has helped her improve in terms of the numbers as shown. But I really, truly, and there's so many great players and improving across the league. There's nobody in the league that's more improved than Azrae Stevens, for sure.
Hey, Coach.
Hi.
You guys talked a lot at the start of the season, just like learning how to win games, and that process would take some time.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like, had some success in crunch time and a lot of these games recently. Just, I mean, what do you attribute that to? Is it just a matter of like getting time together, like new AQs in practice, or just what?
Yeah, I think all of the above, right? I think winning is, you know, when you're used to losing, then you get in close games and you just kind of in your head go to where it's like, oh, here we go again. And getting a group to not take that mental route, and that's been the process. And I think right now in timeouts and stuff, I keep reiterating, like, we're going to win. Like, we got to execute, we got to defend, we got, you know, do the things of the game plan. Like just continuing to almost, you know, water torture of just like, we're gonna win. And, you know, it starts to kind of wear on you, right? And then, yes, we obviously spend time on ATOs and all that, but, you know, it's so mental, figuring out how to just dig deep. Every win in this league, for us or for whoever, is hard-earned. And so understanding it's gonna be hard, understanding the other team's gonna go on runs, understanding that you're gonna get calls that you don't like, and it doesn't matter. You just keep pushing forward, and that's been the message I've been having with them. And, you know, obviously success breeds more success, and confidence breeds more confidence. So I think we're starting to see the payoff there.
There's a lot of parity in the league this year, and we're even seeing it in the standings, just how congested certain sections of the standings are. With you guys trying to make a playoff push, I guess, how do you pay attention to the standings at all?
Not really. I mean, people talk to me about it a lot, but I try to really, and people are gonna say, do you really? But I really don't. I don't, because I wanna be present tense, focused on playing New York, competing against New York, hopefully beating New York. I have learned the hard way over my career. The more I look forward and think, okay, then we can do this, and then if we do that, then we end up tripping on what's in front of us. And so I've learned, honestly, by messing up in that regard, to just really be mentally disciplined to focus on today. And I know we play Dallas next. After that, I don't know. I just try to be really focused with the team and not get ahead of ourselves and just be present-minded. So I don't know, to be honest, today where we are in the standings. I know we have 12 games left. I was told that today. And each one is huge. So I stand firm on we want to make the playoffs, but 12 games left. We got work to do.
Jackie in the first row.
Hey Coach, Jackie Ray TV. I want to go back to your point about emotion, because Sandy Brondello had just said something similar, whether it's they're getting mad at refs or their level of play. When they lose composure, they become easy to beat. Have you seen that, and are you planning to exploit that?
I have not seen that. I have not seen that. I have so much respect for Sandy, for New York. You know, Sabrina I've coached against since college. Those guys are winners. And so, no, I have not seen that. I'm not buying into that. We got our hands full tonight for sure.
Here.
Hey, Coach. Julie has played basketball all over the world. You know, Eurobasket, Olympics, WNBA. Does that kind of contribute to the way she's able to kind of control the pace of the game, facilitate the way that she does?
Yeah, I mean, she's so smart, cerebral out there, and she comes over to me a lot with things that, like on the sideline, with things that she's seeing, suggestions of, you know, what we could run or who needs to get it, and she's almost always right, and that's an unbelievable gift as a coach to have your point guard like that. The other thing that I love about her, and I mean, I love a lot of things about her, but one of the things that I really value about her is that she's also very steady. She doesn't get too high or too low, but in big moments you see the fire. She's very competitive, but she's very locked in on playing the right way, meaning the ball's moving, the ball's being shared, team basketball. And when your point guard's all about that, then good things follow.
Edwin.
Coach, I'm in the Elamon one. She has a plus 46, which is the best on the season.
Julie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus 46. In what ways, beyond the box score, does that maybe show up that maybe it's not as obvious when you just look at the stats?
Well, I think kind of going off what I said, like she understands time and score. She understands who, you know, maybe what the other team is struggling with defensively, and she'll look to exploit it. Defensively, she's really smart. Again, she understands what the other team's probably going to try to do, and that all adds up to the plus minus, right? So even if she's not scoring or getting the defensive stop or the rebound, she's impacting it in a huge way. It's really hard not to have her out there in close games. It's really hard to take her out, even though she probably is tired. She's not going to say it. I mean, I've asked her, do you need one? Do you need one? Nope, nope, nope. But she probably does. But it's hard for me to take her out. She's just so valuable.
We'll finish on Zoom with Infinity TV.
Hey, what's up, Coach? LA Sparks Weekly here at LA Live. So, Coach, just thinking about the character and the personality of this team, where have you seen the team grow? Like, or what would you describe the team's character and personality? And do you think it kind of comes from yourself, someone who's feisty, but also very composed when on the sideline?
It's like we've known each other forever. Yes. Yeah, this team they have a great way of being light and silly or goofy when it's appropriate, and then they have the ability to lock in, and I can be that way as well. Yeah, I think we're still a work in progress in terms of, it's gonna take time for us to really establish what we're about, and by time, I mean it's gonna take a couple seasons. But I think you're starting to see that they're pretty level-headed, and competitive, and the more you play together and the more you hang out together and all of that, there's more of a comfort level with each other, and I think that's what you're seeing. But yeah, they are feisty, and I love it, but they also can be goofy and lighthearted when it's appropriate, so it's a good balance. That's kind of how I'd love it to be.
Thanks, Coach.
You had a question.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Sophia from the Highlander. I just wanted to ask, you just said we're 12 games left, and it just being your first season and you're more than halfway through. Can you talk a little bit about how you're feeling personally and professionally, being that we're in a way close to the end of the first season?
Yeah, it's a blur. Like, the season is such it is just so rapid fire. But I feel more settled in. I feel more comfortable in the pace of the games and the preparation and all of that. But I feel good. I feel very blessed to be here and very fortunate to be coaching this team. It's an opportunity that I'm grateful to have, and I want to win, and I want to win here, and I want to win big. So I have eyes on big things, but enjoying the moment. I really am. I really like this team. It's a good group of people. So I think I've learned a lot. I'm sure I've gotten better. I'm sure I've made mistakes, but I'm super happy to be here, and it's humbling.
Thank you.
You bet.
Thanks.
All right, thank you all.